Welcome back, everybody, to the Little Less Fear podcast. I'm your host, Dr. Lino Martinez. And wow, what an update I've got here. So I'm changing the format just a little bit. I think it's important. And what I've realized is important is to go back at least every 3 episodes or so and kind of just give you a rundown of what I talked about, what I've learned, what I've gained, and where I'm going right now. So the last 3 interviews with Susan Bratton, thank you so much again for being on Little Less Fear podcast. Coach Lee Hopkins, thank you so much. Shelly and Charlie, thank you so much. I always want to say Chelly. I'm so sorry, but I know it's pronounced Shelly. Shelly and Charlie for being on my podcast. And those were the last 3 in order. And what I gained from and what I've learned from Susan Bratton, the intimacy expert, is to really fall in love with my body and to not be ashamed of it. And yeah, there was a little bit of shame, in the beginning. And I think some of that shame comes from society, some fear, some things that I just really wasn't fully aware of or fully acquainted with until I began to meditate a little more and until I began to figure out the things that were bothering me. And some of the things that were bothering me are the fact that I've got 2 genitals, having a penis and a vagina, and not really being aware on the fact that there are a lot of other people like me out there in this world, and that there's nothing to be ashamed of, because overall we're all just humans and we're all here to love each other, to gain a momentum of gratitude, grace for the goodwill of mankind. So Susan Bratton, since interviewing you, I've become in love with intimacy with myself, and even self-pleasing myself and being okay with it, and knowing that everything's out of love, out of the human love, and knowing that everything has a specific energy, and this specific energy, the love energy, the confidence that it gives me, the boost that it gives me, it's just quite incomparable and uncomparable. And I'm just very grateful to have had Susan Bratton on my podcast. Thank you again. Coach Lee Hopkins, thanks so much for talking about how to make long-standing friendships. A lot of people aren't aware of how difficult it is to make friends, especially during the pandemic. I can't even imagine how difficult it was for so many people to make friends, to reach out and to make a connection. It's very important for us to keep this human connection. That's why podcasts are doing well, because people feel that they can actually connect with people simply by listening to them. And if they're not able to listen, either because of being deaf or hard of hearing, there's also the option of going on YouTube and seeing things with subtitles. As long as we keep connecting, we're going to keep emerging with love. And that's really the basis of my podcast. That's the basis of human potential. Love, love, love. I can't emphasize it any more than that. Also, I want to thank Shelly and Charlie, who are both besties, helping each other. And through through Charlie's Louis' dementia journey. What does it mean to go through dementia? What are the stages, the steps that one can take to have a gratifying life, whatever life you may have? Live it to its fullest. What does it mean to live life to its fullest? And the beautiful thing about Shelly coming together with Charlie is the support that she's giving him. She's even recording him. They have their own YouTube channel, and the YouTube channel shows the steps that they're taking to support each other. And one of the last episodes that I saw on YouTube was Shelly and Charlie recording the steps on going to make a will, and how painful it is and how difficult it is to say, hey, I've got something terminal and I've got to make a will. As much as as much as I don't want to, I have to, because it's going to be helpful for all the others when I'm gone. And it's not easy to talk about when I'm gone. And they're doing this, they're taking this step to motivate other people, because dementia, Alzheimer's, memory loss, all of these things are real things that are happening to humans. And the better we can communicate this, and the better we can show, the best we're going to be for, as an example for humanity. And I'm just really grateful that I've had them both on my podcast. I wish them all love. And it's because of love. Again, there's the topic, love. LOVE, because of love. They are coming together and they're sharing this to help other people and motivate other people who may be going through similar struggles. What I've learned and what I've been working towards, and changing the subject now, we're going to be talking about what I've learned and what I've gained out of all of this. And the most important thing that I've learned is to keep going. There isn't anything that's going to stop this, because I know that this is the journey that I need to continue. I had interviewed or did a digital interview for a company that was hiring for a podcaster for a biotech company, and I felt that I did a really great interview. I even had a video of myself answering a question on why they should hire me and what I could do for the company. And I was quite honest in being like, I don't know what my competition is, but I'm not here to compete. I'm here to be myself and to show people the interest and the things that interest me, along with motivating me to continue. I did not get a call back from them. It's been about 3 weeks. Usually by now, from experience, you would hear back from a job or an employment agency whether or not they were interested. And I don't see this as a rejection. I see this as a direction for me to keep in the direction that I'm going for. It actually gave me a really good experience to be more comfortable in front of a camera, and to trust myself with the things that and my abilities and the things that I have to say and do for the world in entirely. And with this, I've also realized and I've concluded that I need to continue with this podcast, because what I have is good. And the reason I know it's good is because of how good I feel when I'm done. And it's nothing bad can come out of feeling good. As long as you know that you are as long as you know that you are being a man or a woman, or however you want to identify your energy, somebody that's virtuous. And if your energy is being virtuous and it's coming from a good place, from your heart, from your highest self, you can't go wrong with it. Even if you're struggling financially, even if you're struggling mentally, or physically, if you keep motivating yourself simply by saying, okay, this is the direction I want to go because it feels good, because I know this is me, and this is what needs to be. You need to be, and the minute you need to be, and you continue to be, the more doors start opening for you and everybody else around you. It's really beautiful the way everything starts to blossom and bloom. I want to thank everybody, and I continue to thank everybody. And even when I meditate and I pray, and everybody's on my mind, all my listeners, all the listeners, viewers, watchers, supporters, readers, it just keeps connecting. This humanity keeps connecting, and it's one of the most wonderful thing that I've gained from being a podcaster, interviewing, and being interviewed. Thank you so much for the people that have read my book. The positive responses that I get is exactly what my intention was when I wrote the book. Yes, it's about all the suffering that my body, that this life went through in order to gain the access of the knowledge that I've gained and where I'm at today. And it's because of my love of life, the inherent God, the inherent Jesus, the inherent Christ that we all have within us. If we can share that with the world, that is one of the most beautiful thing you can do. And it all starts with a smile. Smile, even if it doesn't feel good. Just try it out. It doesn't hurt to smile. Even if you're quivering, even if your tears are running down your cheek, smile, smile, smile. Those synapses will stay imprinted into your brain, and you will start to lighten up and lighten other people the same way. I'm full of energy right now. And the reason I'm full of energy is because I'm starting to switch my wholeness into a plant powered mindset. And what I mean by that is that my long-term goal with my nutrition is to become a raw vegan. Raw vegan meaning everything is raw, it's not cooked. And all the research that I've been doing, everything that I dive into has to do with how to live my life with the most vitality, to be able to serve my humanity and in its highest form. And what I'm realizing and what I'm noticing, not only by consuming it, but by living it and feeling it, is that raw food is the way to go. If you eat real, alive, raw foods, and what I mean is bell pepper, chop it up, put some lemon and salt, whatever's it's gonna take for it to give you a better flavor in your taste buds. Or even if you already like it raw, enjoy it and be grateful for the fruits and the vegetables, because Mother Earth is giving you everything that you need to survive and to thrive. If you think about it, if you eat things that are cooked, you kill it. And if you're eating dead things, you're going to start to become and feel dead inside. But if you eat things that are fresh and alive, you're going to exactly multiply. Your cells are going to multiply, and they're going to become so exuberant and so healthy for you, because you are living life and eating life. And when you live life and eat something that's alive, it's going to give you more life and more vitality. It's going to clear up your skin. It's going to clear up your intestinal tract. It's going to clear your head. It's going to clear your mind space. You're going to become more intuitive. You're going to become more psychic. All of these abilities come with what's inherently ours. And this is what all of our ancestors knew. This is what the cavemen women knew. This is exactly what the Aztecs, all the Egyptians, they all knew that in order to become one with the earth, you have to be able to connect with the earth and also be grateful for what the earth has to give to you. So anytime you're eating, let's say a salad, and please, if you're able to afford it, and if you can, try to go as organic as possible, because the less pesticides are in it, the less inflammation there is in your body. The less inflammation is there is in your body, the more clear-headed and the more level-headed you're going to be. The less stress you're going to have, the less anxiety you're going to have, the better you're going to sleep, the more pure you're going to feel, and the more people are going to say, hey, what is in your diet? What are you doing? And then you can graciously tell them, hey, I am being very grateful with everything that Mother Earth has to give: herbs, spices, fruits, vegetables, everything that's alive. Earth, she is providing this for me, and I'm grateful for it. And my intention is to utilize it to my best availability, and to also pursue a life of just great behavior. And when you have great behavior, your bad habits are done, and you can lead by example. That's all I have to say right now. Um, Coming up are just incredible interviews back to back. And again, thank you so much for tuning in. Thanks for listening. Thanks for being motivated. Thanks for motivating me. If you have any other questions, feel free to email me at a little less fear at gmail.com. If there's a topic you want discussed, please let me know. I'm more than happy to research it if I'm not informed with it and find out more. Anything that's on my path is meant to be on my path for a reason. So thanks so much. And I love you all very much. Have a wonderful day.